Thanks for coming, Steve. As you know, Abhishek and I are working on temperature.
Hi, Amin. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
You had told me that you had looked for a temperature app before. So could you tell me, why were you looking for that in the experience?
Sure. So I'm a student here, full-time student at MIT Sloan.
So in my room in the dormitories, it's a bit of a constant struggle because the dorm has central heating and cooling.
Over break in January, I was home in Connecticut at my father's house. He has a very old heating system, and it's like an original thermostat from probably 20 years ago.
And I went downstairs and I was like, why can't we set, or when does heating start? He said there's a certain date.
Right.
The building manager, he said there's a certain date where it switches from cooling to heating, and it's not in your control, it's centralized. So I can see the temperature on the box, the AC box. So I have a little bit of control in my room, but then it's pointless, right? So I just set it at whatever the warmest is and just depend on it, because I mean, a few degrees up and down won't really do anything.
Okay, we need to figure out what the real temperature is in this house so we can calibrate the thermometer on the wall and figure out if the thermometer's the problem or if the actual oil burner's the problem. So didn't have any thermometers around the house, so I figured, hey, there's an app for everything. Maybe there's an app to figure out what the right temperature is. I'm thinking to myself, I don't know if there's a temperature sensor in my phone. So I went on the App Store, checked it out, and I didn't find anything.
You never had any temperature wars in your workplace? Like when some people felt it was too cold and some people said it was too cold?
Actually, now that you say, I had a temperature war with my brother. Over Christmas, I stayed at his apartment. And I prefer a bit colder, and I think he preferred a bit warmer.
I know you're a student now, and I'm not sure if you've experienced temperature. So maybe in class, in class or a recent workplace you've been at, have you experienced any temperature uncomfortability?
Yeah. So actually, this was a systemic problem last semester. I was in a class in E51, and there's some older classrooms in there, and basically this room would fluctuate between icy cold or super hot, right? We tried to open the windows to cool the room down, but there was construction happening outside, so it was a constant throw on a jacket, take my jacket off, throw on my jacket, take it off.
Yeah.
But I mean, data would help, because you could say at least this is a baseline, or how do you feel now? Okay, is this good? Let's lock this in. Because I don't know if the vents, especially when it's on auto, I don't know if the device always reflects what the current temperature is. Some do, maybe some don't.
If you would have found an app, what would you have wanted it to do?
So I would have wanted an app that literally I just open it up and there's a big picture of a thermometer or just a number next to it that just said current temperature in the room where your phone is. I mean, that's simply all I wanted it to do. Just so I could get how hot or cold is it in this room. That's it.
That's all.
Yeah.
Nice. You said you use a weather app for every day?
Every morning.
So you
pretty much every single morning. The minute, as I get ready after I shower, as I get dressed, I'll check my phone. I used to use Google Now I use the Weather Channel has one.
Okay.
Because they have a feels like feature. Because
if we also give a feature, just a quick brainstorm, if we also give a feature thanks to your data point, and your data point was used at these buildings, and hence that input was taken by the facilities manager. So if you had that clear feedback, for example, would you like that? And would it make you more acceptable to giving more data inputs?
Maybe, but again, it's sort of this ephemeral, very loose connection between your data point was used. Awesome, right? But if there was some more tangible benefit, your data point was used to, I don't know, hey, your friend just adjusted their home's temperature based on your I don't know, it kind of gets it's kind of weird though.
Thank you so much for coming.
My pleasure.
With us.
Thanks a lot.
No worries, man.
Thank you for first giving us all of those like cool stories about temperature in your life.
Yeah.
And then
awesome.
also for humoring us in this brainstorming session about like if any of this would be useful.
Yeah.
So cool. We'll maybe follow up sometime
Happy to
and
help.
show you how we're going along.
Cool.
But thanks so much.
Thanks. That's awesome.